Hello again. This is the course of computer programming. So we will continue with the next section. We already learned one course about the arrays in a method, and yeah, we're going to continue. Last time we already deal with the array in a method. How can the array affected by the parameter in the method? And let's do the next section, which is about searching arrays. So what is the meaning by searching? So searching is the process of looking for a specific element in an array. For example, discovering whether the certain score is included in a list of scores. Okay? So we want to discover a value, for example. So searching is a common task in computer programming. There are many algorithms and data structures devoted to searching. So I'm not going to explain the detail of the data structures in this computer programming course. If you have any interest for doing more about the data structures, there is one course about the data structure and algorithms, so you can join that one. But I will just give you a very basic algorithms to do the searching. Okay. So in this section, I will just explain the common two approaches, which is linear search and binary search. So what is linear search and what is binary search? Let's check. I have the linear search, this one. I want to check one by one. Okay. I want to check if the list or the array that I have contain a key. So key means something that you want to search. Let's say I have an array and then I want to check whether the number 5 is in the list or not. Okay. So if the key, okay, if the key equal to the list I, so I means the index in the array, then return the I. So I means the location. If there is no value in that, if the value is not the same with any of the element in the array, then returns -1. So it means you cannot find the value in the array. Okay. So the linear search is just an approach to compare the key element, which is key, which is key, and it's sequentially with its element in the array list. Okay, so we have a kind of array, and then we want to check for every number in the array. The method continues to do so until the key matches an element in the list, or the list is exhausted without a match being found. So when we have a match, the linear search returns the index of the element in the array that matches the key. If no match is found, then the search returns -1. So like this one, the linear search animation. Okay, I want to check whether key number 3 exists or not. Okay, so we have key. Oh, sorry. First, the list will start from the index 0. So I want to check the index 0. So if I have 6, is it the same with 3? No. And then I will go to the next 4. The next index is the index 2. Index number 2 equals to 4. 4 equals to 3? No. So I will go to the next index, index number 2. Okay, so sorry, 0, 1, 2. So index number 2, it is 1. So 1 equals to 3? No. It will go to the next index, index number 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, index number 3 contains 9. 9 equals to 3? No. Index number 4, 7. 7 equals to 3? No. So we can go to the next, and the next array contains 3. 3 equals to 3? Yes. Then it will return the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we will return the value of 6. Okay. So this is the idea. Okay, and how can you make it into the code? I already give you the code, the linear search. So we just put the parameter, which is list, and then we put the parameter, which is the key. And for every of the numbers in the array, I will do the loop and we will check if the key equals to the list I is the index that will be a loop from 0 until the length. And if it found, it will return I. If we cannot find it, return -1. So you can put like this one. Okay, 1 4 4 2 5 -3 6 2. What about if I have the list and 4? Okay, what is it? 4. Okay, when you check this one, 1 equals to 4? No. When you check this one, 4 equals to 4? Yes. Okay, so it will return 1. 1 means the location, or 1 means the position of the number of 4. Okay. What about if I have a linear search list comma -4? Okay. What about -4? Is there a -4 here? Okay, let me just split it this one and then okay. 1, is it equal to -4? No. 4 equals to -4? No. 4 equals to -4? No. 2 equals to -4? No. 5 equals to -4? No. -3 equals to -4? No. 6 equals to -4? No. 2 equals to -4? No. Then it will return -1 because we cannot find -4. How about the last one? I want to search -3. Okay, so we will check from the beginning. 1 equals to -3? No. 4 equals to -3? No. 4 equals to -3? No. 4 equals to 2 equals to -3? No. 5 equals to -3? No. -3 equals to -3? Yes. Okay, then it will return the position, which is 5. Okay. So yeah, I think just linear search will be enough for you if you want to check the binary search. I guess yeah, we can learn more in the course of data structure and algorithm. Okay. So I guess yeah, if you want to do this one in your, I guess I don't put this into the, I don't put this into your the example. So if you want to check this one, you can make, for example, you can make another, you can make another class, okay, test linear, okay, like for example, okay, and then you will have this, and then you can put this one. Okay, of course there will be some issues later with the string. Okay, good, there is no issues with the string. And then you can get this one, copy and paste, and then you put into the main method. Okay, so you will have this one. Let's say you just print the things I, and then plus, let's see, I guess the separator j plus, I will have another parameter, another separator plus k. Okay, so if you run this, yeah, 1 -1 and 5. Okay, so it's just a separator to check the values whether it is correct or not according to this result. Okay, now yeah, we are going to discuss about the multi-dimensional arrays. What is the meaning by multi-dimensional arrays? Usually we can use this multi-dimensional arrays for the numerical data, but yeah, you can use with the string data. But in this example, I will just focus on the numerical data. You know that if it is an array, you will put the square bracket. Okay. If we have one square bracket, it means we have one dimension. But if you have two square bracket, it refers to two dimension. Suppose we have this one, okay, it's the variable, and you have the data type. What is it? But what is the data type? Let's say integer. Then you can just put this is integer. And you want to have 10 and 10. So it means you want to have the first dimension with 10 size and the second dimension with 10 size. Okay. And you, yeah, you can also combine, okay, you like this one. So if you have like the integer, okay, if you want to have 2 dimension, the square bracket, and then mention the variable name, and then the data type, again integer, and then the size 10 and 10. Or the other syntax, you can put the square bracket in front of the variable name, but as I mentioned to you, it's not recommended. Okay? So this is the way to declare or to create the 2-dimensional arrays. If it is 2, then you have 2 square brackets. How about if 3? Of course, you can just put one more square bracket. Okay. What of 4? So you can put another square bracket. Okay. So it means you can make a lot of dimensions. That will be very complicated if you have more than 3. Yeah. So let's limit the course that I just want to use 2-dimensional arrays. Usually we can use the 2-dimensional arrays as a matrix. Okay. If you learn in the maybe in your high school, or if you join the course of mathematics, you can get the matrix is x and y. Okay, so we have 2 components, which is row and column. Let's suppose we have this matrix. Okay, we are having 2 dimensions because we put the 2 square bracket, and let's say this is a matrix. The variable name is matrix. So we have the size 10 and 10. So it will be x and y, and there will be 10 rows and 10 columns. We can also use this way to declare the matrix, okay, but I think it's not recommended. If you want to put a value, okay, if you want to put a value in the particular position, then you can just put the index 0, 0, and the value is 3. Okay. And if you want to do for all the cells of the matrix, so for all the cells in the matrix, you have to repeat from 0 until the matrix length, and then you have another variable which is j from the matrix I length, and then for every position in the matrix, you will put, for example, just a random number. Okay, so using this one, yeah, you can have a particular number in your variable, which is matrix. You can use also another data type, like say double. Okay, so yeah, that's also another thing. Okay, you can also use string. You can use also character. You can use another primitive data type. Now, suppose you have this kind of matrix. Okay, and this is the matrix, and this matrix is an integer value of 5 multiplied by 5. Then it is yeah, something with this visualization. We have 5 rows, okay, and the rows will start from index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then columns. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 columns, and the columns will start from index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and let's suppose I want to put a value in the index 2 for the first dimension and index 1 for the second dimension. So we can imagine something like this one. So index 2 in the x row and index 1 in the y axis, the value is 7. Okay. You can use the predefined array like what you already know using the curly bracket. Okay, using the curly bracket. So if you want to initialize the array, so here we have the array of 2 dimensions. And then for every dimension, we will have this curly bracket. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it means 1, 2, 3. It will be the first row. And 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. It will be in the second row. 7, 8, 9. It will be in the third row. And 10, 11, 12. It will be in the fourth row. Okay. Now you have this predefined array or the initialized array. What is the length of the array? Okay, the array length is 4. Why? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 rows. So when we try to get the length of the array, it will return 4. But what about the array 0.length? Array 0, it means I want to know the array in the first dimension, or I want to know the variable array in the dimension, and when we have the dimension, the first dimension in index 0. So there will be 1, 2, 3. So the length is 3. Okay. What about the other? If we have the matrix dot length is 5, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about if matrix 0 dot length? So here is the matrix 0. Okay. Then this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We also return back 5, because in one row there will be 5 locations. This is the way to, you already know, if we want to create, declare, and initialize using the shorthand notation, you can use like this one. Yeah, this is the 1, 2, 3 in the first row, 4, 5, 6 in the second row, 7, 8, 9 in the third row, and 10, 11, 12 in the fourth row. And yeah, you can easily get the values like what we already see here. Okay, like this one. Okay, so this one is the same with this one, and if you want to replace this statement, it will be the same with this one. So yeah, you can define one by one, like array 0.0 is 1, and then array 0.1 is 2, and array 0.2 is 3, and so on. Of course, this one will be longer. Okay, so this shorthand notation will be better if you already know all the values. And yeah, you can design the length according to your needs. Let's say if I have the first dimension is 3 and the second dimension is 4, then it means the row will have 3. Okay? And for each of the row, for each of the first dimension, will have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the x0 will have 0, 1, 2, 3. So the x0 dot length will be 4. The same with this one, x1 dot length will be 4. X2 dot length will be 4, because we define 3 multiplied by 4. But for the x and dot length is 3. Okay. Yeah, I think this one is the same what we already see before. But remember, okay, when you have this shorthand notation with 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is the index 0, it is the index 1, it is the index 2, it is the index 3. And if you try to figure out the array index 3 dot length, that is still fine. Okay. But if you want to check array 4 dot length, then you will get error. This is the error message, array index out of bounds. Why? Because we have only 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. There is no 4. Okay, there is no 4. 4 is not available because we have only 0, 1, 2, 3. Another concept of the multidimensional array, we call it rack arrays. So in the rack arrays, it is the array that has a various length, or the rows can have different lengths. So this is what we call as rack array. Suppose like this one, you have a matrix here, and then we have, this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row, fourth rows, and fifth rows. If you want to get the matrix dot length, it means the size is 5. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what about matrix 0 dot length? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5. What about the matrix 1 dot length? So matrix 1 is 4, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 4. Okay, there are 4 elements. What about matrix 2 dot length? Is 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have only 3. What about matrix rank? Well, what matrix in index 3? Okay, so there are 2. So 1, 2. Okay. What about matrix in index 4? There's only 1. This is this one, 1. Okay, so the length is only 1. So because the matrix have different length for every row, we call it this is rack arrays. And the representation will be something like this one. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the index 0 will have another arrays like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next line will have another column like this one. Okay, so this index will have the index 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, oh sorry, I guess this one should be 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, anyway, yeah, I think I made a mistake here. When you do with the two-dimensional arrays, yeah, you can do something more. Let's say I want to initialize the array because you think that, okay, it's very tedious to input one by one. You can initialize the array with some input values like using the scanner. Or you can print the arrays, okay, with the for loop, the iteration. You know already the nested loops. Okay, with the 2 for loops, you can do the printing. You can also do the summing the elements, or you can sum all the elements by column. Okay, so let's see one by one. If you use the scanner, okay, you can use the scanner system.in, and then you can enter the matrix length, which is about the rows, and the matrix 0.length, which is about the column. And after you know the length of the rows and columns, then you want to do the loop. So 0 until the matrix length, and then it starts from 0 until the matrix row dot length. So the row means the variable that you get from here. So if it is 0, then you will check the matrix in the row 0. If row now becomes 1, it will check the matrix in the row equals to 1, and so on. And for every position of the matrix, you want to get the input. So you know the next integer is the statement to get the value from the user. You can use random values. For example, I know the matrix, okay, and I want to go to the length of the rows, and I want to go to the length of the column. And for every row of the columns, I want to put it as integer, and I use the mathRandom function multiplied by 100. So it means you can give the automatic values to the matrix. You can print the arrays. For example, yeah, I have the matrix. But we have the matrix. Okay, we want to look from the rows and the columns, and for every rows it will print. Okay, after I print for one row, it will go to the next column. Sorry, it will go to the next row. So after we go to the next row, it means I want to print line, then it will loop again to the next row. If you want to sum all the array elements, okay, how can you sum all the array elements? Yeah, you can just give one variable, which is total, and the total will be started as 0. And for every element in the matrix, you just call the matrix row column, and then for every of the element will be added into the variable total. Then you will get the total values. Or if you want to know the elements by column, okay, so only by the column. So by the columns, you can check this matrix. Okay, I want to start from the column. For the column, yeah, I want to start from 0, and it will go to the matrix 0.length, and then let's start the total equals to 0. And then I would like to go to the row. which is the matrix dot length, and for every value that I found in the column, just sum into the total. So sum for the column, the neighborhood column will be the total. Let's see. So the matrix two-dimensional array, plus two-dimensional array. Now, yeah, this is one of the example. Get array. Okay, what is get array? It is a two-dimensional array, and I want to get array system.in. Okay. There will be m.length rows and m.length columns. Okay, now I just give you like 3 by 4, okay, 3 rows and 4 columns. And after I have this 3 multiplied by 4, I would like to input its value by just giving the value here. And then after I have the array, I would like to show the sum of the element. And sum will have one parameter, which is the m. M is the array. So if you go to the sum, yeah, you can have the total. So the total will be something like, okay, this is the total for all the elements. Okay, let's see if I do this one, and the three rows and 4 columns. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So sum of the all elements is 24. Okay, yeah, you can just do the summation with this one. Of course, you want to know how can we print all the elements here. Okay, so you can just use the things that we already have before. Let's say I want to use this one. Okay, and then I can make a new. I want to make a new method, public static. Let's say print. Okay. Print element here, because you cannot use print because print is one of the Java identifier. Okay. So I want to print the element, and then I just put here. Okay, so let's have the integer. This is the parameter, and let's have this matrix. Okay, so you want to print the element here. So before you display the sum, let's say I want to call the print element, and then I will just give the m. Okay, when I give the element m here, let's suppose I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we print 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can get the total element is 30. Okay. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 3 is 10. So 10 plus 10 plus 10. So it is 30. Okay. And what about if I want to like, okay, I want to sum the element by column. Okay, let's see. If I want to do this one, then I can have another method, public static void, let's say sum column. Okay, and then I will just put this one. Again, I need to have one parameter, which is the matrix. Okay, and I want to check the sum for the column. So after I print the element, let's say I just want to sum the column, and I will give one parameter, which is the m. Okay. Okay, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll have the value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then sum for the column 0 is 3. Okay, because 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Sum for the column 1 is 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. And 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. And 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Okay, then you can get the values like this one. Okay, I guess I will stop here and I will continue with the remaining contents on the other video. So thank you very much for listening. See you on the next video.